What if we are a domesticated species? You notice your neighbor gets anxious in crowds. Your friend can't fall asleep without the lights on. You yourself feel calmer when someone tells you what to do. These aren't personality quirks. They might be the signature traits of a species undergoing domestication. Domestication isn't just what happens to dogs and cattle. It's a biological process. When humans selectively breed animals for tameness, their bodies change in predictable ways. Smaller teeth, floppy ears, shorter snouts, lighter bones, a tendency toward neoteny, staying juvenile into adulthood. These traits cluster together because they're controlled by the same neural crest cells that regulate aggression and fear. Now ask yourself, do you recognize any of these traits in yourself? Human bodies have been shrinking for the last 20,000 years. Your jaw is smaller than your ancestors. Your teeth are smaller. Your brain is 10% smaller than it was 10,000 years ago. Neuroscientist Cedric Boex has proposed that humans are undergoing self-domestication. We've been breeding ourselves for reduced aggression and increased pro-social behavior. The evidence is strange. Humans have lost the aggressive canine teeth that our primate cousins still possess. We've developed the whites of our eyes, the sclera, which makes our gaze readable to others. We're uniquely cooperative with strangers. We're uniquely willing to follow authority. We're uniquely prone to anxiety and depression when isolated from groups. Consider the Stanford prison experiment, or the Milgram obedience studies. Psychologist Stanley Milgram found that ordinary people would administer what they believed were lethal electric shocks to another person simply because an authority figure told them to. Domesticated animals don't resist authority. They comply. They defer. They seek approval from their handlers. The timeline fits. Agriculture emerged around 12,000 years ago. Cities formed. Hierarchies solidified. For the first time in human history, survival depended not on physical dominance, but on fitting into a social structure. The aggressive, the defiant, the ones who couldn't tolerate authority, they were less likely to survive, less likely to reproduce. Their genes disappeared. Meanwhile, the cooperative, the anxious, the ones who needed social approval, they thrived. They had more children. Their traits spread. Anthropologist Richard Rangham calls this self-domestication. We domesticated ourselves. We did to ourselves what we did to wolves, turning them into dogs. We selected for docility. We selected for neoteny. We selected for the ability to read faces and follow instructions. This doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Domestication enabled language, art, science, and morality. It's the reason you can sit in a room with 300 strangers and feel safe. It's why you feel guilt. It's why you cry. But it also means you carry the marks of a species in transition. Your anxiety in crowds. Your need for approval. Your discomfort with violence. Your willingness to accept rules you didn't make. You thought you were free. But freedom might be the one trait we selected against.
Please hit the subscribe